Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all having a great day so far. So if you want to find out how to make a really low sin, tasty lemon mousse that will not impact upon your weight losses over Christmas, then please stay tuned and I will show you exactly how to do it. So if you're anything like me, you love lemon desserts, and unfortunately you do not want to give them up, and you don't have to. So obviously Slimming World is about having a balanced diet and being aware of things that may contribute to a weight gain, but also being able to make compromises and slight tweaks and changes to your sort of normal routine on a day-to-day basis that will impact upon giving you a good weight loss. Now, this lemon mousse is one of those examples. So of course, lemon mousse often has a lot of sugar in it. And so in this recipe, we will be using a sweetener. And so that is the only sins that we need to count within this full recipe is the sweetener. Because Slimming World changed their guidance on sweetener use a few years ago now, we have to be super careful with how much we use. And because we will be using 4 tablespoons of sweetener in this recipe, and of course that is dependent upon your own taste. You can use less or you can use more, and of course if you use less or more sweetener, then you can adjust the sin value accordingly. But for the total volume of the mousse that we will be making today, it will be no more than 2 sins, and that will be 4 level tablespoons of our sweetener. So if I can just take this opportunity whilst I'm here right now to ask, if you're not already a subscriber, if you would consider subscribing to the channel. It really would mean the world to me. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes just 1 second of your time to do, and it will help me grow the channel further and create more and more of this lovely Slimming World and low calorie version food ideas for you guys at home. So thank you so much. Let's go take a look at the ingredients in a little bit more depth. Okay guys, so as promised, we will go through the ingredients in a little bit more detail. There aren't too many to look at, so hopefully this will be an easy one that some of you at home may want to recreate. So we've got here 2 lemons sort of juiced in here, and we've also got the zest of the 2 lemons as well. And this bowl will come in handy in a minute, and I will go into more detail about this. We also have the egg whites of 4 eggs in here. So we'll just pop them down to the side at the moment. We of course have our 4 egg yolks. One of them's just burst in there, but there are 4 in there, and we will use these as part of our recipe. We're going to be using our fat-free natural yogurt, which this is just one from Asda, and we're going to be using 4 tablespoons of this in our recipe. And the last item on our list today is, as I mentioned earlier, our granulated sweetener, which we do need to sin. Everything else in front of us right here, so from the egg whites to the egg yolks to the lemon zest, the lemon juice, and to the fat-free natural yogurt, is all sin-free, so there are no sins attached to that at all. But of course, because we are adding in quite an amount of sweetener, we do need to sin it according to Slimming World, so we will follow and we will do it by the book. So this is half a sin per level tablespoon, and as I mentioned earlier, we're hoping to use 4 level tablespoons, so it will be 2 sins for the full recipe. Now obviously if you add more sweetener to it, if you really want it, you know, much more sweet in taste and flavour, then of course you do need to add sins onto that value. If you don't want it as sweet, then of course you can deduct the sins from the value as well. But it is personalisable to you. You can make it as sweet or as sort of plain as you like. It really is up to yourself, personal preference. So let's go take a look at what we're going to do next. And one of the most important bits is to make sure that we've got everything in our large bowl, because this bowl will be getting put over a pan of simmering hot water on the hob, and this will help us cook our mousse without it burning. So a really important tip is to make sure that none of the water touches this bowl when you add it onto your sort of pot of hot water, bain-marie type style. So what we'll do is we'll add in our yolks. And I might get a little spoon actually, because this one's obviously burst. just to make sure we don't miss out on too much of the egg yolk. And we also have our fat-free natural yogurt. So as I said, it'll be 4 tablespoons of that. If I can open it, there we go. So just give it a little bit of a stir through. And we're going to add in our 4 level tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will add in our sweetener now as well. So it's a level tablespoon, that's 1. 2, 3, and 4. And it's strange because the sweetener is actually sizzling in there. I've never heard it do that before. How strange. If you know why it does that, please let me know in the comments section below. But that's made me laugh. That's made my day. That's how good my day's been, if it's made my day. So what we'll do now is we will move this mixture onto our simmering pan of hot water, and we will leave our egg whites to the side, and we'll come back to them later. So let's head over to the hob. Okay guys, so we have our hot water in here, and we're going to just pop the gas on at the moment, just to bring it up to a nice gentle simmer. Now, what I will say is that we're going to now add our mixture on top, and we will stir this with the whisk until it comes to a nice thick consistency. Now, a little tip to remember with this is that it is obviously over a hot heat, and you don't want to be, overcooking it so you end up with scrambled eggs. So what I will say is that you want to whisk it continuously until the mixture is thick enough, similar to like a lemon curd consistency. And then if you get like a little teaspoon or anything else that you can use to sort of pick up some of the mixture and test it to see if it leaves a bit of a trail in the mixture, you'll know it's thick enough without it being too thin, so you'll have the right consistency for your lemon mousse dessert. So once it's all thickened up, we're going to take it off of the heat, and we will continue to stir and whisk it just to make sure that it's not going to sort of overcook, and we want to add in as much air as we can to it as possible. And what we will then do is add in our egg whites, which you might remember we've left on the worktop over in a bowl. We'll whisk them up to be nice stiff peaks, so we'll be able to stir in the remaining egg whites into this mix so that it's nice, light and fluffy. So let's get on with that now and see how it all turns out. Okay guys, so we have our mousse here, so it's nice and thick now. As you can see, there's a nice consistency to it. I do have a little spoon here that I've been sort of using in between, and I'll just show you that it's pretty thick. It is like a loose lemon curd consistency, and as you can see, we've got quite clear defined sort of lines in there as well, so it definitely has thickened up. So what I'll do now is I'll just take this away from the hot pan, and I will continue to whisk it until it cools down a wee bit. We're then going to add in our egg whites, which we will whisk to a firm peak consistency, and we will gently stir the egg whites into this lovely yellow lemon curd mix. So let's go and do that now. Okay everyone, so we have whisked up our egg whites as we said we would do earlier, and they are of a very firm, stiff peak consistency, and I have tipped it up and there's nothing leaking out of it, so they are ready and we're not going to have any fails hopefully. So yeah, this took quite a while, but worth it in the end if that's what it looks like, isn't it? So what we need to do now is add in our lemon curd sort of mousse mix. Now we have cooled this right down, it's not hot at all, it is like room temperature, and what we're going to do now is tip this into our egg whites and we will fold it very gently so we can maintain as much of the air as possible. So let's just tip all of this in. So I'm going to just take this whisk out of here because we won't want that, and we will just give this a really gentle fold through just until everything is amalgamated well together and we have our nice final mixture. Always remember being taught to do this in home economics at school, and it's like cut and fold, cut and fold. My home economics teacher hopefully will be proud of me doing this on YouTube, if she's still around. She was a lovely teacher. But yep, we will make sure all of this is stirred all the way through. You don't want big lumps and bumps of like egg whites, you want it to all be an even colour and an even consistency. There we go. We're getting there, we're nearly there. There we go, I think that looks pretty good if I say so myself. Now obviously this is very, very light, it's very airy, we don't want to knock anything out of it, but this is the consistency that you want. And what we will do now is pop this into some glass dishes, and we'll probably try to pipe it, but I don't know how that'll turn out because obviously we don't want to lose the air by piping it. But we will try our best, and what we'll do now is pop it into the glass dishes that we're going to be using. And if you've seen the thumbnail, you'll know that they have turned out well and they've turned out as expected. However, the next stage is going to take us about 6 hours in the fridge so that everything is nice and set. So let's go pop these into dishes and I will show you what they look like before they go into the fridge. Okay, so I have my piping bag here, and what we're going to do now is just pipe into the glass with our mixture. So hopefully this all goes to plan. Just give that a press down. There we go. So this is our final product. Just got a little bit on the side of the glass there. But what we'll do now, as I said, is we will put it into the fridge and it will set for 6 hours, and hopefully it keeps some of that lovely sort of wavy effect and shape. And of course you can decorate it with some fruit or anything else that you have that you would like to add to your lemon mousse. So let's pop them into the fridge. Hey guys, so we have got the finished product here. We have our lemon mousse, and what I've done is I've just embellished it a little with a strawberry. I know strawberry and lemon do go, and I know that you normally have raspberry, but we don't have any raspberries in the house, so we've got the next best thing. And I've also popped on 10 grams of lighter spray cream, which is 1 sin. Now, as I mentioned earlier, for the total volume of all of the lemon mousse that we made tonight, it was going to be a total of 4 sins. So just to be on the safe side, we'll say this is 2 sins. And I think, to be honest, with this lovely mousse, I am so excited and really, really keen to try it. So please do let me know in the comments section if you do try it down below. So let's have a little bit of this. It's so light, it's bubbly. It's really, really nice. This is a bit of a kind of closer look at it. I know I've taken a little bit out of the back, but you won't see that. But yeah, really, really light, very airy, And to be honest, I would recommend having a little bit of the cream on top. It just cuts through the lemon really, really nicely. So thank you so much for watching. This has been another low sin, hopefully Slimming World Vlogmas Christmas friendly recipe, and I hope you have enjoyed it. So please, as I said, let me know in the comments box below if you do try this, or if you have another recipe that you would like me to try to do or replicate in any way, then please also let me know in the comments section below. So thank you so much for watching, and please take care. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.